Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome again to Snack Thoughts. I say welcome again to Snack Thoughts. And what is my thought for tonight? Let's see. My thought for tonight is going to be life keeps receipts. And again, for this podcast, it'll be titled Life Keeps Receipts. And what am I talking about when I say life keeps receipts? Well, when I'm talking about that is our life will always tell what we've done, with our time. Our life will tell it, people can say one thing and they can claim to be something, but when you look at their life, it doesn't account or match up to what they say they are. And believe it, our lives, they do tell. And granted, I understand that, there are unfortunate circumstances or something known as bad luck, that can happen. And it happens to all of us, but most of what our life turns out to be, most of it, I say 90% is based on the decisions that we made and what we chose to do with our time and what we chose to do with our life. And a lot of times you'll find that people that are trying to catch a lick, or they trying to get a come up, or they trying to attach themselves to someone who's successful, or they handle their business. And when I'm saying success, I'm not just only talking about just finances and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a part of it, but you can have success in many different areas of life. And if you ever heard the saying that everybody loves a winner, it is true. Everybody wants to be with a winner. Even other losers don't want to be with themselves. They don't. Everybody's always seeking a winner. And, I reckon, I think about it, the best case for those, if y'all believe in the Bible says that you know a tree by its fruit. Well, it's the same thing, you're going to know an individual, by their life. Life does keep receipts. And we all have to account for our time. If you are still living and breathing, we've all have whatever age you are, there are millions of other people who are the same age or who have been the same age. So what that means is that you and I were allotted a certain amount of time. And so when a person has been allotted a certain amount of time on earth and they still living and breathing, but things just don't seem to add up, or as to where people are at in their life, or as to why things are the way they are, there's always a reason for it. Nothing just doesn't happen, just fully by coincidence. It just doesn't work by coincidence or happenstance. Our lives are not like the Big Bang Theory. Stuff just does. You don't take a bunch of messes and calamities and you just bang, throw it together, and all of a sudden this is the end result. Our lives don't work that way. And your life will tell on you. It does keep receipts, whether it's me, anybody, and I can account for my time. And, for where I'm at in life, I don't have any complaints, there's some things that I could have done better, and I'm obviously moving upward, but there's some things that I could have done better. But if a person would have asked me to account for my time and to explain what I did, I can account what I did with my time from my childhood all the way up to now, and I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to hide. But there are some people that will try to give you excuses, or try to fool you. When you think about life keeping receipts, it's the same thing with your let's take a look at athletes or certain sports teams. If you want to keep receipts, they have video footage. so they can look at the reel by reel replay, and they can find out what mistakes they made or what they did or didn't do. And then, they also have, a coaching staff. They got the executives. You got the owners, and so and also you have the players themselves. So you have all of these different individuals in this organization that have these different roles, and they're looking at the team aspect from a different angle. Obviously, the owners are looking at it, to be successful so they can make a profit and make money. The players, it's their livelihood, but they also, some of them want to get better, at their craft. So you have all these different entities or agents, on one team, and depending on what they do or they don't do to build this team, it'll turn out to be successful, or unsuccessful. But either way, there's still going to be receipts. If your owner, or your vice president, if they made some bad choices in draft picks, they didn't make the right draft picks, or the draft pick turned out to be a flop, and because of that, certain bad decisions, and the team doesn't become successful, there's still receipts. They can go back, and they can trace what they did wrong. And so if any of those individuals are not doing their job, except the owner, they can be fired. They can be removed. Hold on, we got receipts here to prove that this right here is not working. And it's the same thing, with our lives. Now the only difference, what I will say, and with our lives, is that we're only allotted so much time here. So we have a window, a certain window of opportunity to accomplish certain things or to make things work. And after that season or window's gone, that opportunity is closed. So that's the difference. And then whatever's left, after that window or that time frame is gone, that's the end result. And so when we as individuals have our end result, that's basically what we're stuck with. And so when others see us, we know what we did or didn't do. But when others see us, for what our end result is, there are receipts attached to that. So if somebody was like, well, I wonder, how come, they're in this station, at this age, or how come maybe their relationship, didn't work out, or it could be a host of any things, but that end result always has receipts that are attached to it. Life, always keeps receipts on all of us. And so, no matter how much we try to front, or we may try to fool other people, and even might even try to lie to ourselves, but we know what it is that we did. And even if we try to lie to ourselves, our lives, will tell on us, and it keeps receipts. Life, keeps is the greatest accountant. It keeps transactions, of what you did and what you didn't do. And thus, you get, basically life is the paymaster. Here's your payout. Your payout is your end result. But, it's just, something to think about. And I guess I would call it maybe it's philosophical. Gives you something to really think about. And the reason why I say that is that most of the time, a lot of times we as individuals, we really don't stop and take inventory of our lives, many of us, until we hit a certain age. That's when we start reflecting, when maybe sometimes things begin to catch up to us, or, we begin to self-reflect. But a lot of times when we young and stuff like that, we ain't thinking, we just going about doing whatever we make it do what it do, and not thinking about the results or the long-term consequences, but life keeps receipts. Everything you see in this nation, there are receipts for it. Everything from baby momism to, prison, everything from how you see our country divided and seem like it's falling to pieces. There's receipts, for this. There's things that our political leaders, corporations did certain things, and then, individuals, did certain things. And what it seems like now is the paymaster is rendering our results in, our payment. And as a result, you see a nation that's in chaos, with a bunch of messes, But we didn't get here, overnight. And that's a macro perspective when I'm taking the country as a whole. But then within that macro, you have micro, which is us as individuals, Life keeps receipts. But that's all I have for this podcast. I just wanted to give you something to think about. So if your life is not where you want it or what you want it to be, then maybe you need to reflect, and take a look at your accounting ledger of your life and see what changes that you need to make. And if certain windows of opportunity or seasons have passed and they're not going to come back, then be prepared to live and accept your payout or the end result. And know this, one way or the other, in most cases, we have no one to blame but ourselves. And we have to take accountability for our own lives and responsibility for our actions. And that's the beginning to find some peace with yourself. That's the beginning. But anyway, that's all I have on this one. Name of this podcast is Snacks Thoughts. That's SNAKZTHOUGHTS. And you can find me on Anchor, Spreaker, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Listen Radio PBM, SoundCloud, and a host of other social media platforms. And I also have a YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube. That's EricBroadus YouTube, or EricBroadusYouTube.com. So please subscribe to both Snacks Thoughts and Eric Broadus YouTube. And when you get to my YouTube channel, smash that bell so you can be subscribed and you can keep up with any live streams, videos, and even podcasts and information that's pertaining to Snacks Thoughts. And join me here on Snacks Thoughts. But also leave comments. I love to dialogue with you. And if you don't like the content, hit the unlike button. But if you like it, smash that like button. But that's all I have. Again, I want something to think about. Life keeps receipts. All right, guys. Peace out. Have a good weekend. Later.